Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and you are watching day 201 of 300 days of drawing. Yes, you heard correct. We hit past the 200-day threshold, and we're going to go ahead and start with 300 days of drawing. So we're going to move forward with this. I was on the rocks about restarting the whole process, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it and see if I can go to 300 days. Anyways, let's begin today's drawing. I'm going to talk about why I'm doing another cactus drawing, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. We'll see. And hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, or a wonderful night. Um, my day is pretty good. It's a little late for me to be doing a drawing, but I like to kind of play around. Oh, actually, I don't like to do it so late at this time, but if I have a scheduling conflict, I typically will do the drawing at night. Not because I want to, but it's just how it is. So the reason why I decided to do another cactus drawing is I was looking through all of my drawings, I was doing a count of all the cactus drawings that I've done so far, and I did a count, and it turns out I have like 98 cactus drawings, and um, I thought to myself, well, I wanted to actually have 100 cactus drawings at the end of the day, so that's what I was doing. That's what I want to do. So I decided that I'm going to do a few more cactus drawings to top out at 100 cactus drawings today, or for the entire series. That way I can claim that I did 100 cactus drawings and not 98. So that's why I decided to keep the cactus drawings on course. And, you know, why not? I really I want to have 100 cactuses drawn. And who it's just what I wanted to do. That was one of my goals, to have 100 cactus drawings, and so I decided I'll finish the last two. So it's going to be 202 days of drawing before I start anything new. And there's other reasons why I'm not starting anything new right now. Partially, one of the things that I'm doing, one of the things that I've been pondering doing has been, what has it been? It's been I've been pondering doing skies, and I just haven't had the chance to sit down and look up some tutorials. I know that sounds silly, but I think it's a good thing to kind of do a little bit of research before you begin doing the new project. And I want to do some skies because clouds and skies are not my skill set. And so I decided that I'm going to do some clouds, some skies, and then I hopefully probably around sky number 25 or something like that, I will end up doing, what would you call it? I'll end up adding like some landscapes. So they'll probably end up being like these simplified landscapes in the end. And so that's what I intend on doing with the whole skies in the future. So right now, as you can see, I'm just adding the background, a hyper red. It's almost like a ketchup. Now we're going to erase the a portion of these lines like this. We're going to erase a portion of these lines. But I was doing these, I was at a standstill this morning. I thought to myself, you've proven yourself. You've done 200 days of drawing. And I was like, should I start another one? Should I start a whole new series? Should I? And I'm like, oh, gosh. And I thought to myself, like, what else am I going to be doing with that time that I am no longer doing the live streams? And I thought to myself, maybe nothing really. So it was it was just something that I decided to pull the trigger and decided to go ahead and do. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm really excited for the draw starting my sky series, clouds and skies. So I think I'm gonna be coming like the next after these two drawings here. I'm gonna be working on some like clouds and skies, and we'll see what happens. I don't really know. Maybe I can even take requests of like what what the weather would be, or maybe some people send me like images of clouds and skies that they want me to draw, so I can have a reference point. That'd be kind of cool. So that way I'm introducing people, and I'm drawing like images that they, forward to me. So maybe that might be something to do, is the have like more interaction. So if I do like a series of skies, I can have anyone chime in, send me an image of skies on my Discord, and then I could use that as a reference for the sky that I'm going to draw that day. I think that'd be kind of cool. We'll see what happens. I gotta get started on it. So after I finish these last two cactus drawings to top out at 100 cactus drawings, I will be happy, and then I can move on to sky drawings. You know, so that's what I will be focusing on after that. Hey, how are you doing? I was just talking about how I realized I've only done 98 cactus drawings, and so I decided to do two more to finish out the series for 100 cactus drawings. So I'm doing another cactus drawing doing another cactus drawing tonight, doing another cactus drawing the next day, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some skies, you know. And then I'm probably going to, I don't know how I should do this. Maybe I should like at the beginning of each, at the beginning of like each live stream, what would I do? I would link my Discord channel, so that people can join, and then they can like send images of like landscapes or skies that they would like to see me draw on my next live stream. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, so the goal is to do some skies and clouds, but really simple execution, not really getting too detailed with them. Something I can finish in basically an hour or 30 minutes, just like these drawings. There we go. Can I do something like that? Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Well, whatever. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. And we're gonna go and do the cactus. Zoom out here, do the cactus. Get some green here. Do like a dark green. Press B. Zoom out. Yeah, I think it'll be a break. It's going to be a break from what I've been doing lately, obviously, because I haven't done anything other than cactuses for the past 100 days. Oh my gosh. It really, like literally for the past 100 days, I've done nothing but cactuses. It's like, oh my gosh. It's quite intense to be able to do something for so long. I almost didn't make it today. I almost thought to myself, do I want to do this? Do I want to start a whole new series of cactuses, or a whole new like live stream series? Yeah, because these take a lot out. Maybe when I get to a point, I think what I'll do is when I get to a certain point where I'll be able to just do one live stream a week, or two live streams a week, or something like that, or like a weekly live stream, you know. But I would have to be doing fairly well. There we go. Look at that little cactus. Look at that cactus right there. That's what you call a good cactus. Hey, hey, cactus, you get a star for being so good. Thank you. Whatever that means. Thanks. Looks like it's like it looks like mm, I don't know. It looks like a one of those balloons that waves their arms that you see on like streets or on the roads, on the highway or something like that. Like they're like or like car dealerships. That's where you see them at. Oh no, 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 no. My dear, no, we do not want that. Oh my me. There we go. Do that. Add some purple. Oh my me. There we go. And I just like teal. Something about it. Something about that teal. Yeah, something about using teal. Just really like it. Let's see here. And we're gonna do some dark tones for good measure. Some like a little stripe of black here, and then let's yeah, I'll do like a little wave, and there we go. Let's put that in there, lock that layer, and go ahead and work on the cactus. But yeah, I don't have anything to say today. I celebrated last night. Um, I'm starting the skies and clouds in I think 2 days. This is going to be. I got to finish two more cactuses to finish to get a full 100 a full 100 series of cactuses. So that way, I'll do 2 more days of cactuses so that when I'm finished, I would have done 100 cactuses. So I'm gonna be doing the clouds within the next few days, probably by the end of the week. I think Friday would be the day. Yeah, so Friday will be the day that I start my cactus batch. So that's going to be what's happening real soon. And just like how I started these cactus drawings, they're going to be like very basic for the first 50 or so, and then when I start getting really good at them or better at the using the better at the technique, they'll get gradually more intricate, and I'll get more confident, and that will allow me to be produce better clouds. I have some ideas. I can see myself using more reference photos and have reference photos with me, and having reference photos will be very beneficial. Um, so I'll be able to, because believe it or not, I'm actually pretty good at capturing what I see. Not the greatest, but I'm not like any slouch either. So when I start doing that, I can see myself using like I think I have an idea for like doing scenes of like storms, like stormy clouds. I think that would be kind of fun to do. I would wonder how I can like recreate like rain bunched up from a distance. You know, I also have this like idea that maybe they'll end up being like Bob Ross drawings, where they'll end up being like a very simplistic landscape, or a landscape with like a lake, like a mountainscape with a lake on it. I have this idea in my head that might happen um, later on with these drawings. Because once you get really good at these skies, you're going to want to add some landscapes, and you have some landscapes, you're going to want some grass and some trees, why not? I can see that happening. I just don't know when it's going to happen, because obviously I still got two more cactus drawings to tend to, and once those are done, then it's game on. It's game on. We're gonna hit the ground running and make a bunch of mistakes, just like with these drawings, and so that's fine. I think, if anything, for people that watch these live streams, anything that you gather from this, like you like take home or take to heart, is the fact that you shouldn't be afraid to kind of like make mistakes and do things that you love, even though you're worried about what other people think of you. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Just like you do yourself and try to be the best that you can be at that time, and sometimes you're going to be not as good, you're not going to be as good. And what was it? Simone Biles, she was having a bad time, like a bad rap one day, right? Like she messed up, and everyone always expected her to never make mistakes. But there's days that you're not going to be as good. It's just the way it is. But she ended up. I think she ended up like medaling later on. I I don't know. I don't know but yeah, you should not. You're not. There's days. There are things. Days are going to be. You're going to be really. You're going to be excelling, and days you're not. Um, and I think I talk about this all the time. It's just like, just showing up is half the battle. Just showing up and putting the best effort that you have at that time. I know, I get it. I get it. Trust me, I do get it. Where things aren't working, you know, things really aren't working. You're not. It's you're having a bad day. Uh, Maybe you have some bills that are kind of pulling your attention, right? You have like some obligations that you're trying to, you know, fulfill, or maybe there's some things happening personally, and you just got to understand that that's just how it is, man. Life doesn't deal you the hands that you want when you need them. I think it deals you the hands that you don't want, because you probably do need them. You need like those bad days to kind of show your character, because nothing ever goes according to plan. Like 80% of my day never goes according to plan. Like today, I woke up and I'm like, yep, the thing that I had planned last night is not gonna go. That's not gonna happen. I had some things I had to do. I was gonna do some like errands, and I'm like, I woke up like, nope, no, none of that stuff's happening. None of it's gonna happen. Sorry. And I'm like absolutely none of that. I'm sorry, ambitious Matt. You're just gonna have to not. Yeah, none of that's gonna happen, sir. I'm like, come on, man, do it. Like, nope, can't do it today. Not gonna happen. So there's those days. I know it sucks to hear it. It really does. Like, I really do feel. I understand how a lot of us, how everyone feels from time to time. I get it. I really do get it. Um, yeah. So here we go. I'm spending a little too long on the on the pot here. Sorry. Oops. There we go. And we're gonna cut that off right there. And let's do the teal on the right side. I love. Woo! I don't know. I kind of like that. There we go. And they're gonna. And then I love to do the red on the right side, on the left side, a little bit like a scumbling. And let's see here. There we go. We'll do something like that. And then maybe, yep, leave it like that. And now I think that's it for the pot. Now let's go to the sand. Let's look at the sand here. See if I have it in the right area. Okay. Okay, the sand's good. So we're gonna do a layer mask. It's a lock pixels feature. What's it called? Lock transparent pixels. I think what's going to happen. One goal of mine is to, in the future, I'm going to be able to do this drawing on its separate screen, because I can only to do a live stream and share the screen. I got to do it in the same screen that I'm working on, and I think in the future I'd love to have it on a separate screen so that I can actually share the entire screen and kind of show like actually show the what's this called workspace. Because right now the only way to show the workspace is to actually show my entire screen, which would mean you'd also see the window that shows my little what's it called, heads up display or whatever, the HUD for the live stream. All right, sorry, I got distracted here. Got a little distracted. This is so distracted. I get really distracted. What's that? What's over there? Yeah, so here we go. There we go. And we're just gonna make this real obnoxiously bright. Maybe add a little bit like something like that. And I'm gonna go dark here. Maybe even dark like a dark. Oh yeah, something like that. Look at that. And then we're gonna go on this layer right here, add another layer, and then we're gonna take this tone and we're just gonna make it like we're gonna make it. Let's see how we're gonna make this. We're gonna make it darker right here. Maybe not that dark. And we're gonna maybe make it redder. Do something like this. I don't know. Maybe it's too red. Maybe a little bit like this and kind of like dark and gray. I don't want it to be too overpowering is what I'm trying to get. I want to be like a subtle, like just to imply that there's a shadow, but I don't want it to be like an ultra dark shadow. Just something to kind of imply that there's a shadow there. I think what might help is to kind of take this tone here and really make this area brighter. Just a little bit brighter. Like that. And I think something like that will help. Yeah, so something just very subtle, nothing like too dramatic. I have a tendency to kind of just go overboard with like exaggerated colors and tones. And so I'm trying to avoid that, you know. Okay, so I could say that I'm making pretty good time, but I don't know. We'll see. I got 10 minutes to finish this cactus, but I don't think that's going to happen. Lately, it's been they've been taking me a little longer than normal. I've been trying my best, but they've been taking more than the standard amount of time, and I apologize. Well, I don't apologize. They needed it. They needed it. The reason why they're taking so long is they're getting a little bit more advanced. I'd say like more, just like better, really. Just better. There's no reason. There's no like why are they taking longer? It's just, well, when you're doing better work and you have a better understanding of the media and the brush settings that you're using, it's just what it needs. There we go. So I'm just kind of like being purposely wavy. There's no like rhyme or reason. Oops, I shouldn't be doing that. This is what I wanted to do right here. There we go. Now we know. That's what we want. Something like this. So I'm kind of being like really, really kind of like jarring with it. I want to make it kind of organic this time, like really like a really gnarled looking cactus. All right, I'm going to put 2 lines on this one. The same here. I like to use 2 lines on the arms. Lately, the previous ones I was doing like 3 or more, and I want to not do that. All right, so now for the fun part, we're just going to go and really, it's too light. We're just going to kind of be loose with it, kind of like really loose with it, almost like obnoxiously loose with these areas, because I'm going to go over most of it. It's all going to get gone over. No, like all this area is going to be reevaluated. And now I do another layer. Oops, not 2 layers, and we go up a little bit, and we shrink the brush to, like, I don't know. Let's go 70. We'll go 70 pixels, and it's not. We're just kind of adding those tones here, very patchy. As you can see, it's very, very kind of loose on purpose, being very loose on purpose. Okay, I think this type of style almost needs it. It's almost necessary, and it took me a while to kind of get the not the I guess the skill and understanding of how this brush works and what makes it kind of work, and how to do it more organically and not think about it. So it's almost kind of like second nature now, or at least I like to think that that's the case. All right, so we're just kind of adding these tones, right? And we're just going to dial up the tones each time, dial up the contrast, and then also shrink the brush a little bit. So making it a little bit darker and slowly trying to slow down, like tighten up the line work. So I'm at 60 pixels, 70 pixels. We're gonna go to 60 or 50. We'll go 50 and see how that looks. Now we're jumping up in contrast again. I might even use this tone, jump up in contrast, right? And slowing down just a little bit, but still maintaining a little bit of that like speed, right? That immediacy of the mark, right? So that's what we're doing. We're just still maintaining some of that gestural quality, you know, trying to be spontaneous with the outcome, really trying to be very loose and not too worried about the what it where it's at right now, because this doesn't make the piece. This is like this is the scaffolding. This is the scaffolding to the drawing, right? We're basically building up enough layers so that when I work on the final layer, I'll have enough information to kind of slowly tweak it the way that I want it. Right now, though, I do feel that it's a little dark, so I will up the contrast real soon so that I have a higher contrast being shown. Yeah, so I want to be done in the next 20 minutes. All right, so hey, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. your 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 thumbnails making me go crazy right now. Like, oh my gosh, it's hilarious. All right, another layer, and then we're gonna go and I think what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna lighten it up a bit, shrink the brush size down to 40. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. All right, so down to 40, so it's a smaller brush. As you notice, I haven't zoomed in because in the past, that's been one of my crutches or one of my like problems where I would always like get zoom in to the piece because with Photoshop you can zoom in like thousands and thousands of times and use that as to kind of like add just trivial details. So now what I'm doing is I'm really fighting myself, fighting the urge to zoom in. I want to zoom in. Uh, I feel that I need to see these shapes better. But like, I think that's one of my problems is I end up zooming in and start adding these like details in these areas to the entirety of the piece, and I'm not thinking about uh, I'm only thinking about the small area, not thinking about the piece as a whole. So this forcing myself to kind of look as from the look at the piece from as a whole. That's really helpful for me, at least right now. And I gotta keep reminding myself to do that. So like talking about it is a good thing, you know. That's why I suggest like anyone that like does drawing or writes or like or is a musician or has some sort of like hobby or craft that they're trying to improve, telling yourself what you're weak at or telling yourself what you need to be doing as you're doing it or writing about it afterwards or talking about it afterwards is actually very good for you because like it forces you to kind of address your like weak points, because oftentimes we don't want to address our weak points. We're like, I'm fine, like nothing, everything I do is gold, every piece that I make is perfect. We don't want to like we don't want to tackle anything wrong with our skills. And so, me talking about this right now is being kind of very therapeutic to some degrees, to some degree, because it's forcing me to address something I have a problem with, and that's like zooming in constantly. I did that all the time when I was doing my portraits. You know, I'm always zooming in, and it helped me learn some things. Like I learned how to kind of blend on a micro level, but like as far as like making the piece better, I don't know if it did. All right. So one more layer. I think we're gonna do one more layer and it's gonna be bright. So we're gonna add this. So I do one more layer bright and then I go on top of this. I might not even, I don't know, I might zoom in. I'll go on top of this. I'll zoom in just a little bit to kind of go a little bit more micro, but I'm going to try to have the entire cactus in the frame with this drawing. So I'm still zooming in, but not going so like micro and microscopic with it. So I need to go make sure that this area is really bright. I always pretend that the left side or left or right side has higher contrast, like that. There we go. Kind of get this right here, dark, lighter. There we go. Struggling on the right side here, on the left side. Just doing a little, having some difficulties on this left side over here. All right, so now we're gonna go one more layer on top, and this is where I said I was gonna zoom in just a little bit. I'm gonna zoom in. I still want it in the frame. I want the entire cactus in the frame, but I want to zoom in so I can do some more micro details in certain areas. So we're gonna basically now I'm gonna use the information that I have and kind of use the eyedrop brush to kind of blend these areas a little bit more thoroughly or into a point that I really like the final outcome. So that's what we're doing now is kind of blending these tones in, just blending them in. I don't know. And so notice I'm going over some of those lines. So I want this to kind of be darker. So I don't want those lines to always be the dominant feature. So I'm going over them. All right. Just kind of, whoops, that's too dark. Okay. Now we're moving over to the left side a little bit. I think I'm done with this area. I don't want to spend too much time on it. As I said, this is going to be like a 50-minute drawing. I didn't want it to be that way, but like it's getting to those, when I'm starting to do these more micro adjustments to the drawing, it starts to, I need to start taking my time. I don't know, maybe a little bit brighter. All right. It's a slow process here, fellas. It's how it is. It's one of those things you got to do is kind of slowly build it up to where you feel that it's working. Some days it takes no time at all, like it just like organically just works. And then sometimes it's like you need to work on it. You need to play around with the form some. Just keep up fiddling with it. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel like it's starting to come somewhere. It's going somewhere. So I like it. I'm kind of playing around here, having a little bit of fun, and that's where you want where you want to be at. You want to have fun with your drawing. You don't want the drawing to kind of like um, burn you out. You don't want to be burnt out by your drawing and you're like just overworking it and you're getting angry at it. You want to have a little bit of tension. You want to have some like play when you're playing around with your drawing. You want there to be some just a nice feel to it. This one's got like more toothiness to it than some of my previous drawings. I'm like really doing more layering on this one, and because of that, there's more toothiness to the marks that I'm making because I'm not pressing as hard. Make this area a little bit brighter. We're getting there. All right. I think I'm almost done with this side. We'll see. Getting there. I think I want to add like some highlight on this area, like a top highlight. There we go. Something like that. Maybe a little bit like highlight right here. There we go. Some fun. I'm very quiet today. I'm kind of focused. And I think I've kind of just like just I talked all the stuff. I used up all my talking points earlier in the dialogue. So I really don't have much to contribute other than just kind of just be focused and kind of get this drawing nearing its completion, you know? Yeah, so I kind of like it. I kind of like the feel. Now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna kind of fiddle around with this. I don't know how much I'm gonna do to it. All I know it's just gonna be kind of like that. Just adding a little bit of dark tones here and there, like that. Maybe, oops, there we go. I want to have like a little bit of volume right here. And then there we go. Now, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm normally in the past, I like to do the, let's see, we'll leave it like that. Normally in the past, what I do is I've been incorporating some of the background colors with the foreground color, and I just don't feel like doing that today. You know, I just don't feel like doing it. I don't know if it's necessary. You know, sometimes it's a nice touch, sometimes you don't need it, you know. And I kind of like it like this. I like it's standing out forward. It's projected forward more because I'm not using the colors from the background. So we're just going to go jump straight to doing the thorns and call it a day. You know, I'm kind of yes, it's lazy. I'm sorry. It's just a lazy approach today. We're just going to be lazy and we're not going to do the so zoom in. Okay. We're not going to do the layering. What would you call it? Like the blending of the background colors with the cactus itself. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to kind of leave that be. I'm trying not to think too much with the thorns. I'm trying to be really loose. I'm trying to loosen my grip on the on my stylus because typically when I start doing the thorns, what I do is I start getting a death grip on the stylus, the drawing pencil itself, and because of that, the thorns they're all right, but like definitely my hand starts to hurt later on because of how hard I've been gripping the actual stylus. You know, so I'm trying to avoid that. Although even though I'm not holding the stylus as tight, I do feel like I'm adding a lot of thorns here. But you know, I think they're working. I think it works with the the kind of texture that I have for this particular cactus. You know, so I'm kind of like doing like I'm doing like I'm making marks at like pairs of threes and sets of threes. So I'm kind of like dit 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 like this. Day 201, man. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I've done 201 days straight and 100 cactuses. All right, so it's not bad. I can't wait to do something else though. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited to start a new series. So I think drawing 100 cactuses is enough. That's enough to say that I've achieved something, right? So we're gonna move on to like some like skies and simple landscapes. You know, so I'm looking forward to doing something like that. I think that'll be a nice, you know, departure from what I've been doing. It's even though it's similar, right? I've been doing like a tree, a plant over and over again. Um, there's way too many thorns in this arm, but it's too late to remove them. And that's another thing. When you do so many of these drawings, you just got to accept that when you make mistakes like this, um, like I don't, not that like having too many thorns is a mistake. It's just not my aesthetic preference for this type of style. Um, you just got to accept it and know and go in with the knowledge that you're going to be doing it. You're going to be doing a ton of these. So uh, at the end of the day, I may not like how these thorns look, but I've done 100 of them. I'll be doing when I'm all finished. I would have done 100 of them, and some of them are going to be better than others. And so this one's decent. It's not bad. I think because I'm not torquing my hand to do the thorns, I have a tendency to go a little bit. I have like I'm doing the thorns are a little bit more like tighter and shorter. I started out taller on the top area, then I started going smaller and smaller and went farther down. I don't know why. I think because it felt like they should get smaller as they go down the tree or the cactus like base there. I don't know. It just felt like something that should happen. But because I'm not tight having like a death grip on my thorns on my stylus here, I'm noticing I'm applying a lot more thorns, drawing a lot more thorns than are necessary. Um, tomorrow I won't think that was that many thorns, but right now I'm thinking this is a lot of thorns. But tomorrow I'll think, you know what, that's probably the right amount. Or what happens is because I've started a new drawing, I'm like, you know what, this is where it's at. This is the drawing. This is where this drawing stands at this time. All right. Let's see here. We're gonna do red. Or blue. We'll do red. Yeah. We're gonna do all right, so we're gonna go do red. Sign on the bottom. And this is where it changes. Let's see here. 9 pixels. We're gonna go put 8 pixels. We're gonna put P21 201 out of 300. So it's official. I've started my next batch of 100 drawings. So 300 drawings. After I finish this series, after I do once I finish 300 days of drawing, I'll have 300 drawings that I've done. Whew, that's impressive. Thank goodness that 200 of them will be done on the computer, and I won't have 300 drawings in my house or in my studio because I wouldn't know where to store them all. All right. That is it, friends. I hope you enjoyed today's live art stream. In a few days, I shall be starting some cloud series, and I hope that you are paying attention, or I hope you will join in on the cloud series because I plan on doing like some sort of like participation where you submit like clouds or like a landscape with really nice clouds, and I draw them or something, or I do like a digital painting of it, and I think that'd be kind of cool to do. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful night. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. Cheers. Have a good one.